Hello, in this video I will show how to make a customized player for your laser tag game. It can be indoors, outdoor, tactical, traditional laser tag. This application works with Netronic and Galaxy systems. So let's go to our menu. And before talking about the presets, I want to emphasize on scenarios because a preset cannot work by itself. It has to be on some certain scenario. For example, you choose to play one man standing, and in the one man standing there can be 4 teams, let's say red, blue, green and yellow, and in different teams you will have different players. It can be doctor, vampire, zombie, or as in this video we'll create our own customized player. If you want to make some players, a certain player, 4 players with special role, then use the preset. If you want to make all the team, I would say 20 players or more than 10, then use the settings of the specific scenario because it's easier like this to customize one scenario and the team in which they are. And you can make some notes so you won't forget. Okay, presets. This is the view. These are standard presets. So don't worry if you modify, you can always return to default. As I see, I can't remove nothing because they are standard. Let's add a scenario. I will put test. Okay. And that's all. We've created a new preset, a new customized player, and if you want to remove it, press the bin and remove it, delete. Okay, go to presets once again, and now let's take a look more into the settings of a player of a preset. Remember that you can export or import the file if you have a friend or other business laser tag who already has some presets and you want to play as them, or you have a tournament, so you can share the settings of your customized player. Go to add plus and let's write Juggernaut. Okay? Click on pencil to write a description. Okay, so this is the boss. The boss max damage and the health. Okay? So this is a little reminder for me to understand what this player will be. Then let's move to the base role. The base role actually defines what is the what kind of player it is. Is it a human, or it has some special powers, special things? For example, shooter. Shooter is a person. It can have different weapons, laser tag weapons, with different sounds that you will modify after. The vampire, it has the vampirism. I think that's a word. So it means that you always need some blood, let's say like that. So you need to keep shooting your opponents, keep taking their health units. If you don't shoot to anyone, you'll be losing your health units, like depending 10% each 5 seconds, or it can be 1 health unit each second. Yeah. Zombie transforms the opponent into his team, like bites him, he infects, and after a several moment he becomes your soldier. Hostage, it means that you can't play without being rescued. So someone, as a shooter, has to rescue and give you a weapon. So let's start with a shooter. It will be Juggernaut. We will have maximum damage and we will have a lot of lives. Okay. So health. Here it's important to understand the math, how it works, because we see 100 in health. It means that it's 100 health units. So if my opponent has a damage of 25, then I have 4 lives, because 25 times 4 is 100. Yep. So this is something you should always check. For example, if I want my Juggernaut to put, let's say, 40 lives, yes? I'll go here to 200. Let me check. What's the maximum available? I think it's... Oh yeah, it's 200. Yeah, that's right. Let's try it. No, we'll put it like this. So we'll have 200 health units, and we will divide it by 5. Let's save it here and return. And my opponent will be the Stormtrooper, and his damage will be 5. Okay? So with simple math calculation, 200 divided by 5, it's 40. So this means that our Juggernaut, if he plays against the Stormtrooper, will have 40 lives. Okay? Invulnerability second. Juggernaut received a hit. How many seconds you have invulnerability? Like, if you want to put it, yeah? Shock time. The shock time, it means I receive a hit. Juggernaut received a hit. Can he shoot or not? How many seconds does he has to wait? Auto respawn is depends. If kids are playing, you don't have the respawn points, put the auto respawn. Respawn invulnerability, after you got the respawn, how many seconds you have until someone can hit you. Bleeding time also is for more advanced players. When you shoot someone, and you need to remember that there will be a bleeding time and you will be losing your health units until one of the conditions, or you lost all your health units, or you need to get a medkit. When you get a medkit, your bleeding stops. Okay? Regeneration is the same as blink, but vice versa. You lost your health units, but instead of keep losing them, you will be gaining health units every 5 seconds, every 10 seconds, depending how much you set up. Yep. Then we go to settings of the weapon of the game kit in general. The recoil is a cool feature, a feedback when you shoot. That's, remember that the premium versions and over has the recoil. Not every weapon has recoil. Play without headband, it's default function on, because not everyone has headband. Maybe someone plays without the headband, only with a rifle. So this we turn it on. If we disconnect this, then the tiger will be blocked and won't be shooting, because he will be waiting for the connection of the headband. Always try to set up some minutes, like 5 minutes. If you ended your game, then set up 5 minutes. If there are no other games, the game kit will turn off. The shot through, it means that if you receive a hit, will your opponent receive a hit if he's on the back of you or somewhere near you? Shot steal overhit is if you want to add some parameters to the fire rate, like you can shoot like only 3 times in a row. If you shoot more, then the weapon of this player will like overheat, and he will need to wait until he can the cooldown time. Inverse mode is when the headband or the west, their diodes are always on. So you can play this during night times. Headband vibro, it's just the vibro of the vest or the headband. You can deactivate for kids if you don't want the vibro, or activate it. Change firing modes. If you double click the recharge button, then you can fire in a row or per one or infinite bullets. That's why the overheat is important if you have the infinite magazine. So if you shoot like 10 times, then there will be the cooldown time. Okay. And what happens if the opponent hits my laser tag gun? Will I receive a damage? Nothing. Or my weapon will be deactivated? Yes, for 4 seconds. I can't shoot. Okay, and then we'll go to main weapon. I can turn off or turn on. Here we have some default. For example, grenade, sniper, falcon. These guns has different sounds and different default parameters. Let's say I want the falcon as my main weapon. Damage will be 25, so if the player has 100 units, then I will shoot them with 4 shots. Okay, reload time. The reload time 2 seconds. 2 seconds is for advanced players. I would put 3 seconds. It's more realistic. Auto reload turn off. Friendly fire yes. Infinite magazine no. Number of magazines let's put it 10. Bullets 3. Okay. Number of shots in burst. Okay. Fire rate, infrared strength. Okay, good. Then we save it. Additional weapon. I will turn off the additional weapon, or we can add, like, let's say a pistol. No, a grenade launcher. Okay, grenade launcher. Look, damage is more, and the reload time will be. Let's put it 9 seconds. To reload 000 friendly fire, and bullets in magazine. Let's put it 5. Okay. So you got 5 grenades. Security capacitive hand sensor. Not all the models has this, so I would turn off this. Like if it doesn't has, it won't do nothing. It makes the player hold the weapon with 2 hands. Differential damage, if we have the headband. Let's say if I hit the headband, it can be 100% of the damage. Remember that I have 25. Yeah, so if I hit the head, oh sorry. So this is like a coefficient, multiplying coefficient. If I hit the head, the 200 will be multiplied by the 25 damage. Chest, back, shoulders, 50. Weapon, 50. Okay, this will be 100. Special. Okay, next segment is how Juggernaut will interact with the medkit and with the radiation. Usually by default, all the people, like all the human players, from medkit they receive healing, and from radiation they receive damage. And the zombie and the vampire are vice versa. From radiation they receive healing, and from medkit they receive damage. It's like the dark side and the bright side. Yep. Shockwave. You can have an explosion or turn off, and if the explosion, the shockwave is on, then choose how many wavelengths it will have, 3 or 2, depending on how many players. So you shoot one player and it creates a shockwave around him with this infrared power. I will turn off. I assume the Juggernaut will be 1 against everyone. And the shock band, if the Juggernaut has the shock band, we can give him like level 5 if somebody hits him. And we will block so he can change his level. Okay, saved, and that's all. We've finished modifying our player, and here's the Juggernaut. And now I can import it if I have some, or I can export the Juggernaut. Okay, so that was all. Sorry, that was all. And remember, you can write here a description and have a simplified view. So that was all. And when you are in the game room, you connect some game kits. Choose any scenario, and then in the teams just choose what type of player she will be, and you will have the Juggernaut against other team. Okay, thank you, and if you have any questions, write and see you in the next one.